my help.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday. And as usual, here goes your Friday video. So today I want to talk about the tug of God's love. So you probably say, Simone, what do you mean the tug of God's love? All right, let's think about it this way. It's like flying a kite, and we're going to get into the details. Now, today's scripture is taken from Romans 8, verse 16. The Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. So, again, the scripture is Romans 8, verse 16, and it states, the Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. So, whenever anyone asks me, how can I be certain about who and what God really is? I am reminded of the story of a little boy who was out flying a kite. And you probably say, Simone, what God have to do with flying a kite? Now, I don't know about you, but in my younger days, yes, my younger days in Jamaica, we used to make paper kites. So I have my paper and I'm gonna demonstrate. All right, so we'll have our paper and we'll just fold, see? Fold it, but it opens. So you'll get some string, especially thread. You'll put some thread right on both sides, and then we'll give it a tail. So the tail is going to help our paper balance out. And you know, if it wasn't raining outside today, I would have gone to demonstrate for you. Actually flying my kite so you could see what I'm talking about. And yes, I have great aeronautic skills. Yes, I do. All right, just from a sheet of paper and some string, your girl got it down pat, right? So no, you know, I'm not your girl Amelia Earhart or anything like that, but hey, I got some aeronautics thing going on. So, talking about aeronautics and kite and knowing if God is really real, if God is really real in my life, and if God is really real in your life, and how do you really know if God is truly real? And how does God love compares to a kite or any aviation skill, let us say that. Now, you think about the kite, and I told you we have to put, you know, some strings on it. So what we will do is string the kite one end to the next end, and then we will have it somewhat in a triangle. Yes, that's what it is. A triangle. So we'll have two pieces of string connected to the end of the paper. We bring it in the middle and then we tie it and have the rest of our string. So a triangle. So with our triangle that we're making to add the extension of our string, that's how God love is to us. And Simone, how do you express love as a triangle? All right. So you're flying the kite, and how you know the kite actually still exists? You have to tug on it. You have to pull on it. That's the only way. Now, for regions or countries that will fly kites from time to time, these big, beautiful pretty kites. Some of them are so fantastic. Some of them in the shape of birds. They're just wonderful. Fish, you name it. I've seen so many beautiful colors. And they're flying this kite, and the kite is like non-existent, especially like on a day to day when it's cloudy. It's cloudy, the sky is overcast, and here you go. You're releasing all this cord. You're releasing the cord. And once you release the cord on the kite, then the further the kite go, it's really difficult to see it. So think about God's love as a kite. So when or the further you are away from God, how do you know that God is really with you? How do you know that His Spirit is with you without receiving that thought, that pull upon your heart? Now, as I was saying, you fly the kite. The kite is high up in the air. You can't really see it. And the only way that the person flying the kite will really know if the kite is still there, they have to pull on it. They have to pull on it from time to time. And if you're a kite flyer, you know they'll reel the kite in a little bit and then they will let it out, especially when the wind power is very strong. Because one of the things you don't want to do when you're flying a kite, you don't want to allow pressure and gravity to burst your cord. Because once your cord is broken, that means your kite is lost forever. Who wants to lose their kite? Nobody wants to lose their kite. I know, even with my little paper kite, and when I was younger flying kite, my kite have, got stuck in the tree, got torn up, got beat up, you name it. But you always want that ability to pull on it, to get it, to get it to come back to you. So let me tell you about this lovely little story. So there was a little boy that was flying a kite. It was a fine day for kite flying, because whether you believe it or not, the day, the temperature, the wind level, you have to have all of that in consideration when you're flying a kite. And that's why most people just go to the beach to fly their kite. So the wind was brisk and large billow clouds were blowing across the sky. The kite went up and up until it was entirely hidden by the clouds. "What are you doing?" a man asked the little boy. "I'm flying a kite," he replied. "Flying a kite?" the man said. "How can you be sure? You can't see the kite." The little boy responded, and I love it. He says, "No," said the boy, "I can't see it, but every little while I feel a tug. So I know for sure it is there." So he feels that pull on the string or the cord that he's holding, and that's why he knows he have not lost his kite. It is still there. So how do you know that God really does exist in your life? If God is truly real, are you feeling those tug on your heart? Are you feeling those pull on your heart? When situation or things in your life are probably not going the way that they should go, or when you have those undecisive or decisions that you have to make and you're not really sure if you need to look left or you need to look right or you need to look forward, how do you really, know what to do? Are you feeling that tug on your heart? Are you just putting off things based on your emotion, or are you allowing God to help you with those situations? A lot of people tend to say, "Oh, well, my conscience says," or, it's just this feeling that I have, or my womanly intuition. But have you really considered just open up your heart and just allowing God to really impress, to pull on your heart, to pull on your heart, to pull on your emotion, to pull on your will, to pull on your ever being, just to let him direct you. Just like a kite, it needs the proper, day. The wind have to be good. Now, do we have to necessarily have to live a life where everything is perfect and dandy? No. But don't take anyone else's words for God. Don't take it. Look at the man who spoke to the little boy. He asked him, "How are you sure?" Just like Eve in the garden. The enemy asked her, "Who told you so?" So because the enemy asked her, "Who told you so?" it brought doubt in her. Now, for the little boy, when the man asked, "Are you sure there is still a kite up there? You can't see it. So how are you sure there is one?" I love his answer. He said, "Because every now and then I feel a little thought." So for you, every now and then in your life, are you feeling those little thug on your heart? And are you ignoring them? Are you acknowledging them to know that God is probably working on you and working in you and through you for that answer that you need at such a given time as this? Again, know God's word for yourself. You could watch any amount of Simone video you want to watch. You could watch T.D. Jakes and Joyce Myers and anybody else you want to watch. But at the end of the day, do you know God for you? And that's a very critical question, because really and truly we have to know God for ourselves. Find him for yourself by inviting Jesus Christ to come into your life. Then you too will know by the wonderful warm tug on your heartstring that he is there for sure. Now, obviously, I can't make you leave without giving you some homework. So, your homework for this week. It doesn't matter what you've done. You can have an intimate relationship with the Father. As the old hymn assures, there is room at the cross for you. There is room at the cross, not only for you, but there is room at the cross for me too. So again, you and I have to know Christ for ourselves. And the only way we're going to know that Christ really exists, or if Christ is really real to us and in us, we have to feel those little tug on our heart, those little pull on our heartstrings. So don't forget to smash that like button, click subscribe, ring the notification bell, and most important, share. The best is yet to come. Love you guys. See you guys next week.